Happy Valentine's Day. So we're going to look at cards that are exploring Roz and Remy's feelings towards each other. And we're going to look at Remy's intentions because we don't know as much about him as we do Rosee. So I don't know. I feel like her cards are going to be pretty straightforward, but we'll see. So I'm going to start with how she feels towards him and I'll be right back. So I'm really strongly getting, I'm gonna get into the cards, but before I forget, I'm kind of feeling like she gets the same type of guy, which I guess is unsurprising because she herself doesn't change and she really does not take any serious accountability or real accountability for the role she plays in her relationships. Anyway, so from left to right, we have the Two of Swords, the Magician, the Fool, the Four of Pentacles reversed, and then the Nine of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So what I'm getting from this is that she is really happy with him. The feelings she's describing are genuine because you can see, like with the Fool card, how carefree that person seems. The Magician is about her, like the Magician with the Fool card is her feeling she feels empowered to create a new beginning for herself here. She feels like it's a possibility. For whatever reason, I feel like she feels like she holds a lot of power in this situation. The Fool and the Magician, I don't know why I'm also getting travel from that, but I don't know if she's actually going to be traveling because I don't see tons of traveling cards here. What I am seeing though is that he might already be starting to play games with her because the Four of Pentacles reversed and the Two of Swords, I'm going to clarify those because I feel like that's her energy. I don't see her ignoring him, but the Four of Pentacles reversed is kind of giving me an emotionally messy feeling. Oh, and does he not have as much money as he acts like he does? Anyway, we'll get into it. But it kind of feels like she overshares and overwhelms him and then he might ignore her for a while. I don't think she really reciprocates and listens to him, and I think that's noticed. The Nine of Cups, I'm just seeing a whole lot of selfish energy from her. The Nine of Cups is about fulfillment, but it's self-fulfillment. So she's just getting whatever she can out of this situation. She's finding a lot of emotional fulfillment for whatever reason, and she is somewhat invested in it with the Seven of Pentacles. But then the Five of Pentacles, that's like a ghosting card. That's a rejection card. So that's why I was feeling like she just ends up getting the same guy every single time. Then look at that. This card is about feeling powerless, and sometimes it's like a learned helplessness. And as we know at Roz, she likes to pretend like she doesn't know how she gets herself into some of the situations that she does. But yeah, I'm going to come back with some clarifiers for, I guess I'll do all the cards. BRB. So I have the clarifiers now. We have the Page of Wands clarifying the Two of Swords, and then the Eight of Wands clarifying the Four of Pentacles reversed. So that's funny because that's still, those are both communication cards, the Page of Wands and the Eight of Wands. They would denote faster communications, so text messages, DMs. What else? Oh, and also that the Eight of Wands is considered a travel card, but the Four of Pentacles is reversed. So maybe he's not keeping his word about that, or he doesn't want to fly her out on his dime. I'm still getting that she overwhelms him with her communication, and I think she's love bombing him. That's what it is. And I feel like she's aware that she's doing it, especially with the Magician, because that's a card about manipulation. The Knight of Cups also can be a card about emotional manipulation because he's kind of like a smooth talker. He knows how to get to your emotions. But with Knight and Page energy coming out, he's definitely, that's a young, immature energy. I'm not surprised that her energy is coming out that way because we all know she's very emotionally immature. But I'm not seeing a single king or queen not even on the bottom of the deck. So I would be shocked if he was older than 25 or even 25. If he is, he's very immature, because I just don't feel like at this point, especially for the kind of relationship he's trying to like develop with Rosee, it just doesn't make sense for him to be showing up as knights or pages. Like, it's a combination of their energy. The Eight of Pentacles clarifying the Magician kind of confirms that she's trying to create something solid here. She's actually putting in effort. And I said that she was love bombing him because with the Four of Pentacles reversed, I can also talk about greed. And the World card in this deck specifically, because of how the snake is wrapped around the egg, I get like a very possessive vibe from it all the time. So I think she's trying to like get her foot in the door and keep it there. But with the Two of Pentacles and the Fool, hold on, let me just clarify. She wants something new with him, but it feels unstable. So since she's I wonder if she has two people, but he's winning out if there are two people. And it's funny, I just said there's no queens or kings. But I think that queen energy would probably be her. Or someone that she's rejecting. So she has a lot going on in her love life. I'm surprised that she actually can keep her mouth shut about certain things, because I don't think all of this stuff is things that like have come out on her YouTube yet. But she definitely wants to put energy and effort into Remy, but she's unsure if it's going to really go anywhere, because it's just such a contradictory energy for her to be like, do I want to take this leap of faith, with the Fool being clarified by the Two of Pentacles? But then on the other side, the Magician and the Eight of Pentacles shows like a very sure energy that you want to work on this. So it'll be interesting to see how things develop. I wouldn't be surprised if it's messy and if she thinks she has some type of control over him. So next, we're going to be looking at Remy's feelings and intentions towards Rosee. I'm glad I sat with the cards for a bit, because my first reaction was ill. If you can read tarot, you can probably guess why. So we have the Queen of Wands on the bottom of the deck, the Six of Wands, this is from left to right, the Knight of Wands, the Lovers, the Page of Wands, and then on the bottom, we'll get to that second, that's going to be his intentions towards her, which are really, it's really, really funny. Knight and Pages, again, he is immature. He is also very self-centered, very full of himself. There was, like, I'm not diagnosing him with anything. I'm just saying this to give you an idea of his personality and how he probably shows up in their dynamic under this. So the Hanged Man, it's a lot. What do I want to say? So anyway, this is one of the cards in the deck that's like the a-hole card, the narcissist card, can be kind of harsh, unfeeling, which is interesting because that really offsets a lot of this fiery, passionate energy, because that's what the Wand suit is all about. Passion, energy. It can represent lust as well, attraction. It can also represent creativity. But things can burn out pretty quickly when they start this fiery, as we know. With the Knight of Wands, especially with it facing the Six of Wands and the Queen of Wands, he's playing her in some way. The Queen of Wands can be my side chick card as well. And then with the Lovers, if he's like kind of, I don't know, playing with her a little bit or leading her on about coming to see him, it's because he already has somebody. The Queen of Wands can also represent his energy and him being very full of himself and him really enjoying the attention that she's giving him. And even like with her being on YouTube and then putting him on her live, he really enjoys that. He enjoys the ego stroking. He's getting a lot out of it with these cards. And if they do meet up or anything, he's not looking for anything serious. these aren't cards that would show that he wants anything serious at all. Page of Wands, that's like the most immature energy you could pull, because the page would represent a child, the knight would be more adolescent, young adult, and the queen and king will be like later, older adults. Not necessarily like older, but you're past the point where your brain would have been developed pretty much. The Knight of Wands is a player card. It is someone who comes in and out. The Lovers can show indecisiveness. So it's funny because in her energy, I was saying that he's already starting to play her, and it's really coming out here. It's coming out really strongly here. So I don't know if this is some stuff that he hasn't acted on yet, or if she's not picking up on it yet. Because it is like the early stages. It's pretty easy to hide a lot of your flaws. So I think that's all I want to say about that, because I could keep going, honestly. I do think he has some sort of attraction to her. I'm not going to dwell on that. But it's going to be a conquest kind of thing for him. Like, oh, I have money and I can spend on you, so I'm going to. But the second he wants to stop, like, it's going to be a wrap. That's it. Once he stops having fun. And the Hanged Man especially, that's a stagnant energy. Also seeing things from a different point of view. So again, this kind of is giving more to the whole he could have someone else and she could be like his dirty little secret on the side. That would explain why there's so much wand energy with no real intention to stick around. He's getting at something. I guess if they do meet up, it's really just going to be about him having his conquest, but he could just enjoy the attention for right now, because going to his intentions now, his intentions towards her, I'm just going to read the top part of the cards. I'm not going to read the full thing. So left to right, it says, today I feel good. Today I am ready to receive love. What does that one say? Today I will express myself. And then on the bottom of the deck, it says, today I am energetic, which is so funny because energetic definitely goes very well with the energy that he's showing up in. What does it say? So yeah, his intentions are to continue having fun in this situation. Today I will not be critical. I know that these are like affirmation cards, so they do have a positive spin on it, but it's funny that the ones that came out are kind of reinforcing that conceited energy that he has and that vibe that he's really only here for himself and he really enjoys the attention that he's getting. I wonder if she's like sending him like spicy messages or whatever behind the scenes and he's getting his ego stroked that way, or he's getting a lot. Oh, she probably is. For him to be like a patron. Anyway, I knew something was gross about this. Today I'm ready to receive love. She probably gives him a lot of compliments. He feels like, because we all know how desperate she is, so that's probably doing amazing things for his ego. Today I will express myself. He probably just talks at her. So his intentions are to use her. I can just cut to the chase. Use her for what this says. This will sum it up. Today I feel good. So yeah. And then we have a bonus question, of course, and the bonus is going to look at who he is as a person. I usually like to do a totally separate video, but because I don't know how long he's going to be sticking around, I'm not going to do a whole deep dive like I did on Jeff. Because Jeff has kind of been a recurring character. So I will be back with those cards. So I don't care too much for his energy. From left to right on the bottom of the deck is the Ace of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, the Lovers, the Eight of Cups reversed. And then I pulled some Lenormand cards. And we have the Mountain, the Cat, Snake, and Child. And him coming out as Child again, him coming out as the Page of Swords. He is young. Like, there's a reason she doesn't want to share what his age is. So, and for him to be coming on such immature energy is kind of concerning. He is playing her, But this is about who he is at his core. And I don't feel sorry for her, because it's like, maybe date somebody your own age. I don't feel bad for people that get their karma, who are intentionally seeking out imbalanced power dynamics. He's a defensive person. He has two sides to him. So I don't know if he's a Gemini or what his deal is, but it's funny, when I saw the Page of Swords, I was like, he seems like someone that would be petty, vindictive, maybe like very mean-spirited, kind of like a mean girl. And then we got the Snake card, which talks about someone who wears disguises, treachery, lies, and that it's personal. So he probably, when he does want to hurt someone, he's going to hit them exactly where it hurts. He's always in two minds about things. He can change his mind a lot. He can walk away and come back. I think he likes planting little seeds everywhere. There's the Seven of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles is like investment, but with the Eight of Cups reversed, it's just kind of like an in and out sort of energy. Wishy-washy. He's very wishy-washy, but the one thing that is stable and is consistent about him are the more unpleasant aspects of his personality, like the fact that he can't be trusted. No, I don't really want to speculate about that. Because with the cat, like the cat does talk about friends, friendship, loyalty, but it's next to the mountain, which let me read those. So for the mountain, the keywords are rival, challenge, struggle, resistance. Mountain warns of a fierce enemy, a person or situation that's working decidedly against you. And then dog and cat is about be careful who you trust. It does have that. It just, I mean, that's not what it's about. That's just one of the things it says. So for that to be coming out near everything, he just has like a vindictive side to his personality. I'm also going to look at cards on why he even approached her in the first place. But this is interesting. And I wonder if he's bi. Not that that would have anything to do with Roz, but it just, I don't know. Oh my God, I'm getting his energy so much in this reading, but I don't want to invoke him. Anyway, I'll be back. Okay, I was sitting here, I know there's no cards, and I just, what? I know someone floated this idea, but what if Remy is connected to you-know-who? Because as I'm going through it, it's like there's a conquest he wants. He doesn't really care about hurting her. There's something that he's getting at, and the stuff with some of the details that came out in the cards I just pulled right now, I'm just really wondering that. And if he's not connected to you-know-who, his energy is going to mirror him. Not that anyone needed to be told, but there is something so shady going on here. Like, even if this isn't like part 2, another attempt at getting at her, Remy doesn't have good intentions for why he reached out to her. Like, it's kind of weird. So he's coming out as a child again, but the child can also talk about starting new things. And let me see if it says anything else. If she encounters meanie cards, she becomes cranky and short-tempered, which I did mention about him being a little bit moody. Prepare the querent for tests and trials that are likely to provoke childish behavior, tantrums, and foot stomping. Wow. The subject is very easily distracted, dependent on security. So, and then under here, I got the Emperor and the Empress. Why did he reach out to her? He has a partner. He has a partner. 6 of Cups, that's childish energy again, but not childish in the sense that, oh my God, I just can't get away from that. And I'm trying to interpret the cards in a way where it's not that. But the 6 of Cups can also be about reconciliation, but he doesn't know her. Or this can just be about, did she talk a lot about her childhood on the whatever podcast, or the podcast he found her through? Whatever it is, he knows that he can get some kind of fulfillment, some kind of emotional fulfillment out of it. And he knows that he can play her. He already sees a lot of her vulnerability. She already put a lot of that out. So it's kind of like if he just wanted someone easy to get over on, she would be the one. And with the Emperor and the Empress coming out matching like that, why did he reach out to her? I don't feel like he wants to be in a relationship with her. So I don't feel like the Empress would be her. Like, I don't think that's the two of them, because this is how he's feeling about her beforehand. And we already saw that he doesn't want anything serious with her. And those two cards are pretty serious cards, and they're like stable. The Emperor can represent a married man even. Same thing with Good Gent. That's like my married or once married card. It's I don't think it necessarily, like, it says that it's supposed to be like a good person, but whenever I pull cards for myself, this represents someone specific in my life. I don't know why. Well, I guess because they were married at one point, but they always come out as a good gent, and I definitely would not call them a good person. So then we have false person, which speaks for itself. Whatever he reached out to her for, it was not anything good. Change, let's see, change, I'm not too sure. Fish also represent abundance. Maybe I will have to do his own video, because this is a lot for the bonus question. I was not expecting this. What number is this? So fish can represent wealth, security. So I forgot to mention that with all the pentacles that were coming out before, when we were looking at who he is as a person, he could be just as greedy as she is. He does have money. I don't know if it's from his occupation or somebody's giving him that money. Someone could be paying him, or he could just come from money, and maybe he gets like a certain amount every month or so. He sees her as naive and easy to get over on. That's like one of the main things that made him reach out to her, interestingly, because it says, in the body of a spread, look at the flanking cards and follow the movement of the fish. The direction in which they travel reveals how the movement unfolds. The wave begins with the card to the left of the change and crashes down on the card to the right. So, something be forbidding. I'm not getting to all that. So it's going from false person, swimming over to child, which again, I read, and it can represent new beginnings. It can represent naivete. It can also represent someone cranky. So child could honestly be Rosee too. But yeah, the change is what took him there. And false person, let's see, false person. Oh, it's right on the other side. Ooh, 8 and 9. I didn't realize they were, even that's showing like an escalation. It's from 8 to 9. Mayday, Mayday. Look at that. So the keywords are warning, dishonesty, betrayal, Mayday, Mayday. False person isn't generally a warning, blah, blah, blah. But when it is near a person card, it can warn of somebody who does not have good intentions. Where is that? If a character card touches or falls around this card, this is when false person is more than likely flesh and bone. Beware of fishy intentions. Oh, that's so funny. Sometimes the cards are funny. Did you catch the pun? Beware of fishy intentions. And then he's playing the fuck out of her. And I can't imagine why a random stranger would be this invested in it. So in her, Magician reversed, he's concealing his actual reason. Whatever the reason is that made him do it, he didn't tell her. He's not telling the truth about it, whatever he said. It isn't about, oh yeah, because he said, didn't he say it was because they had similar trauma? That's not what it is. I don't know what the hell it is, but that's not it. This is about illusions. So maybe he reached out to her just for the, like, I guess there are people that do that, but like he reached out just to mess with her head, just to manipulate her. The Magician reverse is a very manipulative, dishonest card, and we already saw a lot about concealing and that sort of energy. The Page of Pentacles reverse, what was jumping out to me on this? Missed chances, missed opportunity, immature, foolish, poor prospects, but the missed chances is what got me. So, and fresh ideas. So if someone did put him up to this, it's because they failed to do it themselves, if you know what I'm hinting at. But if that's not related to this at all, again, he's just playing her. And it feels like he knows her from somewhere. So I don't know if she's rejected him in the past, or he's just someone who's been lurking. Because remember I said the reason he gave her for reaching out was a lie. So I don't know, this is really weird. Let me know if you want me to do a whole separate video on Remy and his intentions, because this is actually tea. I didn't realize it was, I thought it was gonna be like a quick video. So I'm gonna end it here, and I hope you enjoyed it.